So his sigil looks like this, right? So it's got this kind of like bow and arrow aesthetic going on, with big circles, big swooping circles, and half circles, and then short little lines crossing them. There's a lot of kind of evocative of T-shapes, but not T-shapes in and of themselves. Elements laying over each other to make crosses and T-shapes. So if you look at the locket right now, like it's got kind of the same thing going on underneath it. So this is, like most of them, I expect it to be rotated 90 degrees, and then working off of that to make something kind of similar. Maybe not similar always, but kind of similar. Okay, so I want to see, like... This is very specific about the order in which things appear, right? On top of things, underneath things, like... Let's see what is the bottom-most element, and work with that first. I don't know why I'm still here. I shouldn't be here. This is the bottom-most element. This is going to be the bottom of everything. So anything that I put down is going to be layered on top of this. Maybe I should work with the topmost element first, then. So this is the topmost element. This is still probably the wrong way to go about it. Wherever I put this, it's going to be on top of everything else, which means this stuff can't be covering anything else unless it's specifically covering it up to make a specific shape, which means it's probably going to be far off to the edge somewhere. If you look at, like, places where it could snap into shape, it's going to be covering up something else. Almost everywhere. Except for here. Like, here is the place where it's the least likely to be covering something up. But anything that we put here is going to be underneath this, right? So if you want something to complete, like, this line, maybe something like this. If something snaps into place... Oh, that's snapping into the same place. If it's part of the sigil at all, that is a really good point. I had not considered that some of these might not be useful for the sigil. But now that I consider that, like taking a look at the sigil again, it's not very complex individual shapes, right? The most complex shape is like the bit on the right, where it does this swirly thing, and then it has the line in the middle, but even that's probably separated into its individual components. So if you look at the locket again, something like this doesn't show up there at all. Something like this also doesn't show up there at all. Something like this, sure. Maybe even something like this. This, probably not. This, maybe. But mostly it's these big swoops, not these, like, short circles. This seems more likely than anything else. As does this, because there were the short lines with circles on the end. There's probably more to this than I'm seeing. Almost assuredly. But this still looks right, just because they snap into place and the lines line up. Like, that seems like a big deal. Are you kidding me? I went through all that work trying to figure things out, and then it just works? What a stupid puzzle! I'm mad. What a waste! Oh my god. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look through the other stuff in order to figure out why that was the correct answer. Like, this is the worst! I don't want it to be solved yet! I want to go through the steps of piecing the answer together instead of just putting stuff where it looks like it might work and then. That's so stupid. No, 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 no. Don't tell me what I'm supposed to do. Don't tell me what I'm supposed to do. I don't